Hello everyone, I hope you all are good. Today I want to discuss about introduction of tea. Tea is an aromatic beverage made by adding processed leaves of Camellia sinensis plant to hot water. Tea is most widely used non-alcoholic beverages around the world. There are about 45 species of Camellia sinensis. Tea cultivation started at least around 2000 BC in Eastern Asia. Uh, Tea is the best grown in tropical hills of China, India, Sri Lanka, and Malaysia. Tea has a typical bitter and astringent flavor. Next, tea plant. The scientific name of tea plant is Camellia sinensis, family Thisei. It is an evergreen shrub and it grows up to 16 to 17 meter. Tea plants can only be grown where frost is totally absent and where temperature never gets too much high. In this slide, we discuss about tea varieties. We can see majorly two varieties of camellia. Chinese variety sinensis. It is a smaller leafed plant and it has 12 to 15 centimeter leaves. Next, Assam variety. Assamica, Camellia assamica. It is a large leafed plant and it has 15 to 20 centimeter leaf. And Assam tea is basically black tea. Assam tea mostly grown at or near sea level and is known for its body briskness, multi flavor, and strong bright color. Sinensis or Darjeeling tea is located in high high altitude area in the foothills of Himalayas, while Assam on lowlands. The altitude where sinensis is grown plays an important role in its flavoring and structure. According to Tea Board of India, the Darjeeling tea leaves are smaller than Assam tea. Next one, tea harvest. Tea is a evergreen shrub. At first harvest is obtained after 4 to 5 years. Tea plant can be used for 60 to 70 years, and tea leaves can be plucked all around of 6 to 9 days throughout the year. About 5 to 6 pluckings per season and depends upon climate and season. Tea plants also prefer to grow in acidic soil where pH will be between 4.5 to 6. Application of nitrogen and potassium is large for the production of tea. Potassium is applied at the rate of 40 to 50% of nitrogen amount. Next, tea plucking. Tea plucking is one of the most important step of this process. Tea pluck. The quality of tea depends on tea plucking. It has a formula: two leaves and bud formula. The white-haired bud and two adjacent youngest leaves are plucked, but sometimes the bud and three leaves are taken giving a higher yield and a poorer quality product. We can see the system of plucking in this picture, and the another picture we can see the different sizes of leaves. The younger the leaves, the better the quality. Next, types of tea. We can see different types of tea such as black tea, green tea, oolong tea. Commercial tea is available mainly in three forms: black tea, green tea, and oolong tea. The three types of tea differ only in the method of processing the leaves. Um, Black tea is processed through some steps: plucking, withering, oxidizing, and drying. Next, green tea. Green tea is made in the same manner as black tea, but the fermentation steps are omitted. The leaves are heat treated, rolled, and dried. The aroma, flavor, and color of the green tea are significantly different from those of black tea. Green tea is a yellow-green beverage when brewed correctly. The Japanese mainly produce and consume green tea. Then oolong tea. Oolong tea is an intermediate between black and green tea in color and taste characteristics. Its production method is almost same to the employed for green tea, except that the leaf is slightly withered and light fermentation allowed before the leaf is dried. Next, white tea. Basically, white tea is made from young leaves that have not undergone oxidation. The buds of the tea may be shielded from sunlight to prevent formation of chlorophyll. White tea is produced in lesser quantities than most of the other teas. Next, kuchika. Kuchika is called as winter tea. Kuchika is made from twigs and old leaves burnt from the tea plant during its dormant season and dry roasted over a fire. It is very popular and it is also healthy. And in Japan, it is very famous. Next, composition of tea. Normally, tea has no nutritive value, and tea contains polyphenols, protein, caffeine, crude fiber, starch, ash, tannin. Polyphenols 22.2%, protein 17.2%, caffeine 4.3%, starch 0.4%, ash 5.6%, and tannin 7 to 14%. Polyphenols, caffeine, and essential oils are present in tea leaves and contributed the flavor of the tea. Carotenes, B vitamins, and ascorbic acid are also present in fresh tea leaf. Carotene works as a pigment. Theophylline, theobromine, xanthine, and hypoxanthine are also present. The maximum amount of caffeine present in the bud and the first two leaves of tea. The main polyphenols are catechin and galactocatechins, which are present in tea leaves. Due to oxidation, theaflavin and thiarovigin also produced. Those are antioxidants, and theaflavin and thiarovigin impart colors and typical flavor of tea. Caffeine polyphenol complexes are only soluble in hot water. Volatile oil are also present in tea. Volatile oil contains alcohols, aldehydes, phenol, and some fatty acids. Next, health effects of tea. Some research showed that Darjeeling tea contains high amount of flavonoid and antioxidant known as catechin, which is disease-fighting flavonoid. Antioxidants called theaflavins and thiarovigins help to neutralize the harmful free radicals and reduce the free radicals which could raise the risk of chronic illness. Some research also showed that Darjeeling tea helped in proliferation of good gut microbes, which reduce the risk of bacterial infection. One study reveals that tea assists in reducing blood pressure levels and cardiovascular disease. And according to Dr. John Weisberger, tea contains 8 to 10 times more polyphenols, antioxidants than fruit and vegetables. Uh, Sinensis or Darjeeling tea can help in development of healthy metabolism, which could lead to promote weight loss and lower obesity risk. Sinensis also contains amino acid known as L-theanine, which has protective effects in body and induced gastric ulcer. If you like this video, please do like and share, and don't forget to subscribe this channel.